It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Hey, welcome everybody to our Daily Gun Show. We come to you live every night at midnight Eastern. About an hour each night. We do 3 gun-related topics each week. Well, 3 gun-related topics each day. Different topics throughout the week. We'll run it live on YouTube. We simulcast it over at gunchannels.com, where we're watching the live comments that come in, and we'll post it on iTunes occasionally. The people that leave us comments out there, so we appreciate that. And we got hosts. We got Bob jumping in from Canada. Thanks for joining.
Hey, glad to be here.
Down in Phoenix. Up in Phoenix.
Hey, good to be here.
And I'm in Vegas right now. So, yeah, let's dig in. It's episode 491. And today's Monday, so we'll talk about the show this week. And we'll dig into some behind-the-scenes stuff. And then we'll talk about the events that are coming up. But before we start out, is there anything you talk about happened over the weekend or tonight? Or today?
I got boring stuff on my end. I got nothing.
I've seen lots of content coming out from some of the guys about their first day at Media Day. I think something from Ghost and something from Clover. So yeah, that's kind of cool that the guys are hitting the ground running.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
we dropped them off at like 5, I think. So,
yeah,
a few hours. It's 11 here. No, it's 9 here now. So, they've had 4 hours to edit and stuff.
Feels like 11 for you.
Computer says 11. I don't know why, because it's not 11 anywhere. I don't think. 11 in Central.
It's 11. No, it's 11 here.
Yeah, Central. So I don't know why I don't know why it says 11. But anyway, yeah, I'm tired. So we'll move on. So yeah, there's all kinds of stuff happening, and I imagine the coverage will be trickling out, and then it'll flow out, and then it'll start to wind up stuff that happened.
Yeah, I've seen a bit trickling out already. So yeah, it's I don't know. It seems like it might be pretty interesting. I'm really pissed off I don't get to be there this year. So yeah, kind of a little jealous and envious of all the people who get to be there. But at the same time, it's like, hey, shit happens.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer, but stuff happens.
Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way with wants, and sometimes life has priorities. Especially when it's like, never mind. Go on. I'm
into the week. We usually talk about the show at the beginning of the week, and then we'll move into behind the scenes. We'll talk about if you're building content or creating content, a little bit of stuff there. Cams. And then we'll be talking about the events, like we mentioned earlier. On Tuesdays, we do their executive event topics. HR 38 and the updates on that. Again, I guess. And then the state of the state of Oklahoma. And we're looking for our wild card topic for Tuesday. Let's see. Then we got Wednesday. We'll talk about entertainment of the 1970s. That should be good. And our good idea, bad idea will be polymer Glock 80 frames. And then we'll do that hashtag showdown, hashtag Daily Gun Show showdown. Where we look at all the pictures over on the Instagram that use the hashtag Daily Gun Show. I don't know. Pink hasn't been using it all the time, so he's probably just using it on some pictures, I guess. And I don't know if Smeggy's been using it. Some pictures from shot for people that are they're taking pictures. Then we'll get Thursday is our CCW and training. We got CCW is going to be things to expect when you're open carrying. Gun stuff is gun swag. We should be on topic for all this kind of trade shows like we're at this week. How to display it and how to store it. So if you're collecting swag, or where to accumulate it, I guess, in interesting ways. Then you got training, and we're going to talk about scenario training. Then on Friday, we talk about the tech and the business, and we'll be talking about your gun cleaning routine. We'll wrap up this SHOT Show week with the best of SHOT Show. That'll be like midnight on the last day of SHOT Show. And then good EDC flashlight philosophy. It's an interesting one. That'll be our alternative topic for the week. So we always invite people on Mondays or anytime. If you have a topic you'd like to hear us talk about or cover in the show, just drop us an email, dailygunshow@gmail.com. And we're happy to include it in the schedule and have anything for next week. So any and all suggestions are welcome.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
We got nothing for next week. Like,
Gotta fill up them slots, guys.
Don't want to make us think. That hurt. Plus, it'll all be about solar power in vans.
All right, so we'll get into dash cams here, and before we do, we're going to one of the members over on Gun Channels. We try to do that every day between the first and second segment. And today it's Jon Z. So one of the people that showed up when we're on the tour, and he did the Bannerman Castle tour with me. So it was pretty fun. I don't know if he's met up with anybody else from Gun Channels, but if everybody's had the opportunity to. But he's a guest on a lot of the shows and pretty active over on the channels.
Yeah, Jon Z's definitely been a great addition to Gun Channels. I don't know. I can't remember if he was the first one to start talking about food and chats and all that, or if it was the food Travis. I don't know, but I know I've had a couple good conversations with John about food. So, real good guy.
He does bring it up.
Yeah.
He does bring up food.
Yeah,
he does.
He's a good guy, though. I mean, especially for somebody from the East.
New York.
Yeah. Well, I don't generally like people from the East because, like, I got Ontario to the east of me, and they're horrible people. But but I like John, so go figure. It means that there's good people everywhere.
There you go. That's our rumor. So then we're moving into dash cam. Oh, for social media. Okay, I see now. I was confused at first when dash cams came up, but now I see how to use for social media.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're going to be necessarily, except for as far as taking footage with them. But like for today, we went down the, driving up to SHOT Show or whatever. And I have to have the camera out. I just had that dash cam. So, driving up the front of the SHOT Show or whatever, you can use that as, the intro to a video, I guess, or something like that. Or just to show people what it's like, the scale of the place, that kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say too. Is that I guess that you could use that for a lot of good B-roll. Like that would be neat to talk over a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now we're passing this and then watch it go.
I did that when I first went to one of the first tours we ever did in 2010 was North American Arms, and we did sort of I just held the camera up as we drove the rental car up, into the place and then parked in front of the door. And then right away that gives you an idea of like the, type of area that the factory's in, how big it is and that kind of thing. And it doesn't take a word, it's a picture's worth 1,000 words and that little bit of video is worth 1,000,000 words because it immediately, every other thing that's going to be in this video is going to be inside of that building you've seen at the beginning. And that dash cam would have been way better.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you're starting the experience just how the video maker, the director, started the experience walking up to it, driving up to it. It's kind of neat. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. Let's see. I just look over here in the comments.
I haven't tried my dash cam yet. It's been too cold to clean my windows.
the deal with Smeggy? What's the deal with Smeggy?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
I think him and Marco had a little fight, and yeah, Smeggy's living in the rental car right now, and Marco won't let him in the house. That's the last I heard, but you know,
He's just fucking shit, or he's for real?
it could just be rumor. I mean,
Lovers quarrel. They'll be all right.
well, you know, they did seem to get pretty close, right?
Cycle had a good I'm gonna add that in the gun tech. Does lithium grease make your guns calmer? Oh no, I'm not gonna put that in there. I got that now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So yeah, dash cams I think can be useful, and they're pretty high definition, so I think they're pretty useful for putting in videos.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
I
for sure.
if for nothing else, they can, you know, they can get you out of a ticket sometimes. They can
I
also
don't know how that helps
someone else
social media.
Well, no, it doesn't. But I mean, you know, they're a good thing to have.
Right.
But for social media, yeah, they're great. I mean, just think about it. You can actually turn that dash cam around on yourself.
Yeah, some of them actually have both ways. So you
So
could do
you
like
can be watching yourself.
just a video log or something.
'Cause
Just be talking.
they do record sound. So I mean,
Now, is there a way to kind of plug that
Yep.
thing in and use it as a webcam, sort of? Maybe go live with it as a webcam?
Just because it's a
Oh,
camera,
okay.
that's like, you know, a brush is a brush doesn't mean you're gonna use a broom as a toothbrush.
but
Right.
can they transmit to a phone?
No. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean nothing.
Well,
For one
no,
thing,
if
it
you
transmits to
transmit
my phone.
to a wire, like say you can.
For one thing, it transmits to my phone and Wi-Fi. And how are you going to transmit out in Bluetooth to the internet?
What I'm saying is, you could share a screen in a video hangout.
And transfer out with what? You're going to connect to your phone with Wi-Fi. I mean, to your dash cam with Wi-Fi. So
Or
there is
yeah,
no way.
connect your. I don't know. Can you do that? That's what I'm saying. Is if you could connect Wi-Fi to your
No.
laptop, then you could just video share in a chat. That's all I was trying to say. I don't know if you can do that. I'm just saying.
No,
Okay.
you cannot. So
If you
that's
could plug that.
different.
Now, if you can plug that camera into your computer, why couldn't you do that?
Why can't you? Because it's not a camera that just plugs in like a camera. They're.
Well, when they
specific-
download, they do, right?
No, when they download their hard drive, they're just like a
Yeah.
storage file.
Okay.
You can't just plug a storage file in your computer and it's a camera. Like, you can't just wish for it to happen. Anyway,
Well, no, I'm just saying
it's
that.
not something that you can do with them. If you want to insist on them doing it, then I guess we could have a discussion on that. But no, it's not a feature that any of them have.
Because
Just
we were
like
talking about
backup
webcam.
cameras. Backup cameras can't be dash cams either. So, you know, backup cameras can't be webcams. There are different types of cameras out there. Baby cameras or whatever. You know, nanny cams can't be webcams. Plug in just because you can plug it into the computer doesn't mean it's going to be a webcam.
Cycle was out there asking, do dash cams tend to have wider angle lenses?
Yes, definitely. They usually have like the 190 or more.
Oh yeah, okay. So it'll catch like peripherals kind of deal.
You try to catch what's going out of the side lanes with you.
Use SD
Footage
cards.
is fun to watch because I guess they'll hook up dash cams and then race around in them. But I think it could just be neat to put up a dash cam and drive through interesting areas, especially if you live near somewhere scenic, right? And then if you're going to do a video blog or something or a video diary, then you can just use that as your video and then narrate.
Snap,
And there's
yeah,
always
off
something interesting.
roading
It's
or
kinda
something.
like a fireplace or something.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I guess it would work for a motorcycle or some kind of four-wheeler.
Well, you can put them on anything. I remember a bungee cording an 8mm camera to the front of my motorcycle. to get some views. It's kind of cool, but then it fell off and it broke. But
Yeah, I'm not talking about crazy. I'm talking like maybe a Jeep or something. Yeah, not crazy to the extreme or nothing.
But yeah, no, I think it's really cool. I like the views you get from them. I, use my phone as a dash cam and shit like that. Phones are terrible because they're very directional. Your view right out the front. The neat thing with this dash cam I've got is it's got night vision, and it's got a flip down screen, so you could, in theory, put that screen down with your night vision on and creep along at 2 miles an hour and be able to see where you're going. So that's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to put a switch on to turn all the lights out in my vehicle.
I were asking out there, what is the typical loop time? A couple minutes, something like that.
Mine does 3, 15, and 30 until the SD card's full. And with the SD card I've got 8 hours. So
it'll depend. Bob has a $20 camera, so prices are going to be $20 worth. So I don't know about that whole driving around with night vision.
Yeah, the memory card costs more than the camera.
I think the times on the one I have is 3, 5, and 10, and I've seen them at 10 and 20. So somewhere between a couple of minutes and a long time, and then that way, difference other than if you're actually going to use the videos, if they're 30-minute videos, that's just really, really difficult to work with a 30-minute video. It's a huge file. So it's going to make a large file, and then it's going to lay down a second really large file, and then it's going to lay down a third maybe large file, and then it's going to start eating the first large file. If you put it down in 10-minute files, it's going to lay down, let's just say 6 large files for that one, and then it's going to lay down another 6, and then if it has to start reading them, it's only going to eat a sixth of an hour. So I think that's the advantage of having little ones, but then the disadvantage of having little ones is if something happens right between two of them, you've got that splicing issue or that stitching issue, I guess what's called.
Yeah, mine says it's 3 seconds in between when it stops one and starts next one. So
shit, that's a long time.
No video.
And that what doesn't happen when it's at like 10 minutes. When it's at 3 minutes on mine, I got mine to 3 minutes, is it'll record and then simultaneously it'll stop recording but keep recording. It'll like start recording the next one, then stop recording the first one, I guess is the way to say it. So there's always an overlap. If you watch the first one, it'll end with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second one will start with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's always like an overlap. You'll never miss a piece, which is kind of neat. And that's probably just a feature of the camera.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Now, is there a way to keep it continuously running, or would that just be too large of a file, or would that eventually you would have to cut off at some point?
Right, you would have to cut off and start eating itself. So it has to be at least 2 files on the card, for one to end and another one to start eating it, the other one. And you would want, I can't imagine, unless you were doing like store security or 24-hour surveillance or something, I can't imagine wanting large files. Even at 3 minutes, they're large files. Cam will record just when you tell it to. A lot of them will have like emergency button or just a button. Like if you want to record something interesting that happens in front of it, push this button and it'll record. And those are usually like 30-second bursts. And that's a big file. The 3-minute ones that my dash cam does are huge files. I can't even imagine if you did a file like mine will do. And if you did a 30-minute file, that probably only works if it's like low def, like not high def file, because otherwise it would just be a massive file. And I don't know how it would record that file.
Yeah, mine.
I got you.
Mine's only 720 by 480.
How is it can remember the first one? So that's why I have an issue with driving with it in night vision. It's going to be like looking through a watch or something. So yeah, you'd see like a big white dog go across the street, but you're never going to see like a dark animal standing in the front of the street or somebody dressed in dark clothing until you hit them.
Yeah. That's why I say like 3 miles an hour.
Maybe with night vision and your lights turned on, but that's what they do. But that's what they do, is they just want that contrast of night vision or whatever, or ultra.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Or, you know, if you had some big IR sources, like some spotlights that were infrared, turn them on. Nobody else can, but your camera would. Those work.
All cameras would see them, and anybody with night vision would see them. So it wouldn't be visible. They'd be less visible for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But anyway, it'd be
cool. So, cyclists saying, "Wow, for $20, that's a good deal." I don't know if that's my research on it was done, you know, in an afternoon one time, and I went to a few of the YouTube sites that basically predominantly review webcams or dash cams, I should say. And after that amount of study or whatever, I decided $100 one was the level I wanted. When you watch like a review video, a lot of the good ones, especially like say the channels that do nothing but do reviews of dash cams, they'll go to the popular models and put them on like the results of their filming on screen. So they'll drive around in a circle with like 3 or 4 dash cams on the window and then compare the exact same footage at the exact same time of day with the exact same conditions, right? And screen. And I went with the $100 one because the whole point of a dash cam is either to go back and watch the footage to show somebody, hey, look at this awesome scenery, or like, look at this valley I went through, or look at these awesome bridges or something, right? Or for an accident. In either case, what you want is clarity. So I went with this $100 one that, according to at the time, whatever that was, about a year ago almost, or half a year, I guess, one that was low on features but high on image quality, I think, as opposed to the other way around, and at that $100 mark. And it seemed like they were, once you got, according to this guy that I watched the video review of, once you get past the $100 mark, in his opinion, they went less advancements in optical and quality of image and more into gadgets and options and stuff that I just didn't need, or dual cameras. So I basically went for the one that had the best camera for the buck, and then that was at the $100 level. This are the ones that are less than high def. Just, I mean, you can. It's like looking without. If you needed glasses and didn't have them on, like you'd see some blur walking around, but plate number was, or even what kind of car it was, sometimes was tough if things happen quickly.
Slim Cowboy's asking who made it. The one you're talking about, I guess. The one you got.
I don't remember anymore. I think Go Luck, because it yells at me every time I turn it on. Go Luck.
Oh yeah, that's, you know what, that was the one, because I remember when you first got that thing. Yeah, I remember it.
I was gonna say I got a video of it on the gear side somewhere, I think. So
yeah,
I did a review. I'll probably do an update review now that I've used it a bit, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So I'll probably give it a thumbs up, and maybe do another review to see if there's like a better one, what options it has, to see if it's worth getting those. But really, I'm pretty satisfied with it. Oh, I think the big thing was I went with a unit that had no batteries in it. So sometimes the ones with the screens will have a battery, and the idea is that, like Bob was saying, you can point it at yourself or just use it as a camera. Or like, let's say you get in an accident and the thing goes off and has a, you know, the thing triggers and it records everything because you had an accident. Dashboard and walk around with it and film the whole accident for your insurance company. You know, close up of the front or the back of your vehicle or whatever it needs to be. And then because it has batteries and a screen on it, it's, you know, useful for that. I went with the kind that plugs into or is hardwired in power wise to the vehicle and just has capacitors, very small ones, because I have it potentially baking in the Arizona sun all the time. I just didn't want to put batteries through that. I didn't think it was worth going with the opposite or the alternative to batteries.
Yeah, so that would be the only thing then, is the elements. This is why you would go against batteries.
I was also not interested in the screen. I figured I wanted it to be low pro, so I got the style that just kind of looks like a thing up on your window. and it's not obvious what it is, and a little less conspicuous, I guess, than having a big suction cup thing with a screen hanging off of it, like a lot of them are. Oh, and then that's the option for, or the other thing is when you walk away from it, it has a parking mode. So when you leave it sitting there, it's not going anywhere. And since it's wired into the car, it just shuts off. But it has a motion sensor and it's always recording. So it just doesn't record. So it's recording, but not keeping it, right? It's just some temporary file. And then its motion detector triggers something walking in front of it or driving in front of it. It'll then record what it's recording, or it'll keep what it's recording. And then I forget what they call that, but they call it like parking mode. And then that way you can just leave the car parked somewhere, and then you come back and look on the dozens of people who walk by.
Yeah, and you can see what open it
up. They're looking in the front or something like that.
Like if you were hit, that thing would just pop on, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing is when it's in parking mode, if something hits the vehicle, it'll go on and record too. So you might get the guy driving away or back in India and driving away or whatever happens, hit you, and then walk up the car to see if there's anybody in it. So then at least you get hit, and then you see them kind of look up, and it's like, oh, it's interesting. I wonder why that guy looked in the car. But yeah, so there's that mode too, and that's another reason I went with that one, because it's a little less conspicuous. Somebody isn't. Is it a radar detector against steel? Or is it a dash cam against steel? They just is that it could be a thing for a parking garage, or it could be like a tollway thing. So it just looks like a little.
One of them GPS.
Yeah, exactly. Or radio or something. You never know. So it just looks like a tube. All right. So I guess that's, like I said, it's a long time talking about dash cams. So we've talked about it in van chats. We do van chats on Sundays. So we'll talk more about them, I'm sure. If you want to hit questions. Yeah, I did. You just didn't show up. Or actually, you were there. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cut the end of it.
Good. We'll talk about them again in the future, though.
For sure. No, I think they're a great addition to vehicles. I think the more cameras we can put on them, the better. Unless you're the one causing the problems, then I wouldn't put any in your car.
Well, all I got is a backup camera right now, or the reverse camera. So I gotta step my game up here a little bit.
Yeah, and those are neat, but for whatever reason they won't record. Like they
don't. Yeah.
Go on the screen. I don't know. I guess we'll move on to other topics.
I'm gonna wire the RV with cameras all over. I think I'll festoon it with cameras. Front, back, side.
Things.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to stop out from festooning, so it's gonna happen.
Well, yeah.
Slow down your festooning right now.
Camera on top of the antenna mount, so I can crank it up and swivel it around and check out the area. That'd be kind of cool, actually.
It would have like a periscope, except like just a articulating up and down and sideways and all around.
A wireless camera on a 10-foot expandable pole.
Or just poke a 360 up there. On the edge of a pole, you're immediately getting every angle.
Oh yeah, even better, man. A 360 up on top. You can keep an eye on everything around the camper. That would be sweet. Think of the video you could get in the middle of the night, wildlife wandering around and shit.
All right. Well, we better keep moving, otherwise I'm going to end up yawning one of these times and not come back from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Chat napper in our own chat.
How about this gun shop over here?
I can't screen share though.
Oh.
Well, I can't put them on my own. I got one screen. It's like I'm shooting at millimeter. I'm crippled. Handicapped myself. going to talk about the Indiana Gun Show, which is a gun show in Indiana. It's pretty awesome. It's a tri-state show, so people from Indiana go there, people from Illinois go there, and from Kentucky. Pretty cool. Really good show. It was at Armory, if I remember right. It's kind of hard to find because they didn't have enough signs up. It was a nice size, medium-sized show, I'd say. And real friendly promoter. Said she's been doing it, I think, for like 40 years, if I remember right. Always write down on the back of a business card when you talk to somebody. Doesn't matter how much you think you're going to remember. 2 days, 3 days, 3 weeks later, you're going to forget what's going on. What you did that day.
I'm trying to pull it up as quick as I can.
Oh, the video?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. There it is.
That's what you should use about tickets up there. We can't hear nothing though. We got it muted too.
Gun shop of the day?
This is the gun shop of the day.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
But he's muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, that looks kind of cool. That's like in a gym or something. I don't like that kind of stuff.
It was an armory. So I guess there was a gym in the armory now. It was a National Guard armory.
Oh, cool.
Was outside. See outside?
Yeah, tries to
Use up the whole building. It just used up the gymnasium in that building, but that's where it would have been. And that was it. It wasn't very long. But we couldn't hear any of it because Jimmy muted the whole thing. So it wasn't much to hear, except me basically saying the same thing. Like I say, it was a little bit tough to find. It kind of was off the side of the road, and then there was this T intersection, and on the left was, I think, the National Guard Armory, and to the right was the National Reserve Armory. But it wasn't really apparent where the road was to the one, so I went to the one, it was empty, so it wasn't that one. And then when I went to try to get to the second one, it took me back to some football game, like behind it, and I'm thinking, I thought that was the main road in, so I thought it was just not there, so I kind of drove around looking for it, and then before I left to the middle of nowhere, Indiana, I decided to, since I'd driven like half a day to get there, I decided to search a little bit more, and I finally found it. But they had the worst signage up there. Well, not the worst, but a very poor signage, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it was a gun shop of the day. It was a gun show, but typically try to hit a gun shop every single day. Yeah, I'm not going to make it.
All right. Actually, looked like a pretty cool gun show. Thanks,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
it was neat.
Technical problems?
Yeah, my bad. When I got back to the screen, I saw that I was muted. Sorry.
So let's talk about the movie of the day real quick.
3,000 miles to. Is this that one when
Yes.
Kevin Costner robbed the casino or whatever, dressed like Elvis?
Kind of.
Yeah.
This is when Elvis's kids go around.
Yeah, and the snake was in the bag or something. Yeah, this was a badass movie. I definitely give it 2 thumbs up. One of Kevin Costner's like best works in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm definitely giving it 1. I could be talked into giving it 2 because I really do like it. And there's a lot of guns in it. They are pistol.
I thought it was weird. I'm gonna give it 1 just because it was kind of cool, but mostly
weird.
Weird.
It was awesome. It was a comedy, but it was also action, and it was also weird. So, I mean, it wasn't just weird. It was really good action and really pretty good comedy. Also weird. So, I definitely agree with you.
Very weird, but I mean, Kevin Costner had a scar. It was It was pretty badass. I like that movie.
That's true. Ice-T, Upside Down.
Yeah.
I've done that movie before.
What good
I
ninja
mean,
has
people
it?
joke about it. Yeah, I mean, it looks kind of flashy, so people joke about it, but if it works, it works.
Got to do what
So
you got to do.
everybody likes movies. We talk about one every day. It's a gun-related movie, and it's called 3,000 Miles to Graceland. If you haven't seen it, you'll probably like it. We're only giving it 1 star, I think, because there's so many other better movies, but it's really a good movie. And if you would have asked me like a couple years ago, what do you call it? If it was any good, then I would have given it 2 stars for sure.
If I saw it yesterday, I'd probably give it 2 thumbs. Like,
Since
too
that,
late.
as far as Kevin Costner goes, you've seen Waterworld, and now you go, that deserves 2 thumbs.
I like Waterworld. You're saying you do like
Wow.
Waterworld, or you don't like Waterworld?
Dry land.
I like any science fiction movie that's really long. But all right. That was our gun movie of the day.
Movie.
Movie today.
Let's talk about the gun of the day, because this is going to piss a lot of people off. But you know what? I'm going to do it. Whole time everybody else gets to be at SHOT Show, I'm going to talk about 38. I'm going to talk about 9mm. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about for today the high power, Browning high power, the best handgun ever made. And most people who will admit to shooting one will tell you, yeah, it was one of the nicest shooting guns I've ever shot. They might have preferences for stupid plastic guns or revolvers or shiny things, but they'll still admit that they were one of the nicest shooting guns they ever shot, which is pretty good, because you talk to somebody who doesn't like Chiappa rhinos, and they'll go, oh, yeah, they shoot like shit, because, well, it's a Chiappa rhino. But, so like I say, it is a gun that is well respected around the world, is still used in some militaries, even though, it's John Browning's last design, at least partially. What more can you say about it? Best gun in the world.
Is he crying? Is he crying about this gun?
Is this what's happening right now? Well, I'm not. I wouldn't know all those things that you were saying, because when I was getting ready to go and shoot your pistol, you packed it up and put it away and left. So
He talks all great about it and then won't let me shoot it. Oh, you wanted to shoot it? Sorry, you had like a 4-minute window. It's closed.
Yeah. Should have been shooting it while I was shooting it. Otherwise,
So here's my gun of the day. I drove all the way up to Vegas just to shoot the Hudson gun because it's so awesome or whatever. I drive all the way out to Media Day. I was actually out there Saturday waiting. All day Sunday, the guys are like, come on, you got to come back inside. It's freezing out here. And I'm like, nope, I'm shooting the Hudson. And I just waiting out there in the cold, the Boulder Range for like the last 3 days. Got a cold now. And sitting there, minding my business, walking up and down the range day or whatever. And I'm like, oh, the Hudson booth, right? I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait. I go in there, and they've got this whole like procedure where you wait in this line, and then they have 2 places to shoot, 2 lanes, one side and the other side. And each side has both of their guns, the steel one and the aluminum one. So there's 2 guns to shoot, and they give you a magazine for each. 1 9mm magazine, well, 2 9mm, 2 9mm magazines, 1 for each gun, right? I mean, it's the same mag. You know what I mean? You can shoot 1 through each gun. So however long it takes somebody to shoot 20 freaking rounds of 9mm out of 2 guns is how long you should have to wait. But I'm waiting a lot longer than that because it's old man who's never shot a gun before on the right, and it's some film crew on the left, like making a documentary about this gun or something. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I can't go up and look at them or nothing. I have to wait behind this line because they're procedure. So I'm waiting and waiting, and then on the left, the guys are filming, and then on the right, there's the old guy taking forever. He's never shot a gun before or something. Waiting, the guy who's like, monitoring traffic or whatever you want to call it, directing traffic. he's telling me all about how there's the steel one and the aluminum one. And I'm like, all right, great. So he tells me all about it, and then we're just sitting there in silence because whatever, and the old man does not shoot gun or something. So then this Japanese film crew comes up behind me, and they're like on speed or something because they're bouncing off the walls. And okay, so they're behind me, and they can't wait. And I'm standing there, and now the film crew that's been taking forever finally gets done, and they leave. Now there's the guns on the left or right. So the guy is like, I've been sitting there forever. Guy looks at my badge, right? Looks at me, and then goes, okay, you guys go through. And he lets the Japanese film crew through. Doesn't look at their badge or nothing. Lets them right through. And he's like, sorry, they got cameras. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, holding my phone. I'm like, what is this? Oh, so anyhow, my review of my gun of the day is I'll let the Chinese film crew give you a review of it. So, or the Japanese film crew.
I shot the Hudson last year, the prototype actually, because they were at range day, so it was okay. But I mean, I didn't see what the big deal was about.
I'll bet you there was some American who was standing in front of you, and then they were like, "Get out of my way! This Canadian, get out of the way! This Canadian wants to shoot." And they let Bob.
Well, that's true. They did tell this rather rotund lady that she had to get out of the way and let me shoot because they didn't think she could actually fit through the turnstile.
This guy has a leaf on his badge. Get out of the way, lady.
Like almost everybody, almost. Their motto. Anyway, yeah. So I wasn't thrilled. I wasn't impressed with the Hudson guy. Like, you put a bad taste in my mouth about the whole thing. Let's see.
Was it Fred or was it George? Because I know George, like last year, he was great. Fred was a bit of an ass, but you let me know which one, and I'll tell him to smarten him up. Just saying.
All right. So,
was it chilly out there on media day today? Did you take your windbreaker with you?
It was super cold. No, it was super cold. It was super cold here.
Always cold.
36 at night and like 50 during the day, and it ain't 50 down there. It's probably in like the 30s. It was super cold. I didn't have enough coats.
Mr. Doozy 2 nights ago was like 37. Last night was really cold too, so it's getting bad out here. Tundra. But I digress. Oh, wrong microphone.
It's a long range.
That one was coming from a distance. But nonetheless, still coming. So time to crack them knuckles, whip out them keyboards, and get ready for the daily tactical pop quiz. This one, just a quick question. We'll start your Monday off easy before we get into the whole picture thing and history thing and get your minds going. What is the difference between the Glock 78 and Glock 81? What is the difference between the Glock 78 and the Glock 81?
I got the YouTube side.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I had to check and make sure. I was like, wait.
Okay, Scars says sawback.
Okay. That's a
Midnight Range says serrations.
That's a derogatory term, I think.
Sawback?
Yeah, you might have to ban him for that one.
Serrations would be what's the scallops on a knife blade.
Rocks and what's not says serrations on back of blade. It's not a blade.
Yeah, so it is a blade. Number one, we're talking about the knife, Bob.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And then, but it's not serrations. Serrations would be on the blade. There's definitely a saw blade or a saw blade on the back, right?
Yeah, the 78 was the field knife, and the 81 was the survival knife, which the only difference was that it had a saw on the back of the blade. So, yeah, serrations are different.
Yep.
Midnight Range is 81 has serrations on back.
Yeah, you can keep saying that. But
Yeah.
probably.
Who said? I would take. Well, I mean, I don't know. Sawback is kind of
Serrations on back blade. I mean, yeah, it's just like
We're
that's all.
not taking serrations. It's not serrations. It's a saw.
Sawback is the closest one,
And it was the first.
and it was the first. So yeah, so I'll take that one. So Scars, congratulations for getting the correct terminology, correct-ish terminology. I'll hand it over to Bob.
That makes you the tactical hot shot of the day. That's all you're going to get out of me anymore.
That was good. I mean, I hope to get that out of you every time. All right. That would about almost wrap us up then. Where are we at here? Events in history, I believe. Let's see here. Let me pull up the gun channels page.
I think there is some gun history.
I haven't heard any.
You want to do that first, or you want me to go through the events? Don't matter.
Huh? Yeah, I'm still typing as trying to find these.
All right. Well, we got obviously SHOT Show going on. It says here in 2 hours. SHOT Show 2018. We got the outdoor retailer. That is Thursday at 8 in. Oh, we got a snowman. What's up, Smeg?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Pretty good. I'm trying to find where this thing is. It says this. Oh, that was yours. Where is this thing, G? Is that in Vegas too?
What's that?
The outdoor retailer on Thursday at 8.
What?
It says it was set up by you.
What are you talking about?
I'm going through the events.
Okay.
So
yeah,
outdoor retailer. Event details. Outdoor retailer summer market is committed to delivering wildest most.
Outdoor retailer is the one that I talked about every single Monday. It's the one that's in Salt Lake City. It's like it's like SHOT Show, but it's for the sporting goods stores.
Yeah.
It's in Salt Lake City next week.
Tex Grebner is covering it, so if anybody wants to watch some coverage of it, check that out.
Who is?
Oh, cool.
Tex Grebner.
Who? He's going to the outdoor show?
Yes. Yeah. Tex is going to the outdoor show.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think he's there already. I saw some of his video posts earlier today.
It's at the same time as this? It's not. It's on a weekend normally.
Seems to be.
Huh. I don't know what weekend it is. Is it this weekend, or was it this weekend, or is it next weekend?
I just saw his videos last night.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you
go. Then we have the set up Tulsa house plan. Folks that are serious about committing to staying at a house in Tulsa for the show will get together, pick a place, and commit to overall schedule on a live chat. And then the chat URL will be added to the event later. So that's pretty cool, getting everybody together for Tulsa house.
Yeah, they should actually do a deposit thing too, so that
How about you let the people that are going to be in the house decide how to pay for the house? Like here, Bob will just set it all up for everybody.
Yeah.
If that's the case, Bob,
I want $100 from everybody, payable to me, and oh shit, that was so good, guys. You're gonna have to pile into the camper. I'll give you $10.
Just to touch on that for a little bit, then, speaking of Tulsa, that's in April, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it is in April.
Oh, thank you for correcting me.
My mistake. My mistake. Was that all? Yes, it's in April. Then we have.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries. Great American Outdoor Show. That is February 3rd to February 10th. And that's in Pennsylvania. And then what else do we got here?
I heard there was going to be a live Moon and Smeggy show at that.
Oh snap!
Really?
That
Like
would
you
be
guys are gonna go live
interesting.
with like a booth. You're gonna have your own booth at that show.
Yeah, we're gonna set up our own booth, and I don't know. I mean, that's just what I heard. It's you know how rumors get started. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. You guys can ignore me.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling very well.
We
No
kind of
problem.
Smeggy. You probably didn't take G-Web's advice and dose yourself with medieval concoctions
Vitamin
to
C. Vitamin C.
No, it's not.
Vitamin
It's not
C,
that. I'm not sick.
Asia.
I don't know. I had a migraine earlier today, just from all of the craziness, and it kind of wore down to like a regular headache. But now I can't quite kick like that regular headache.
You guys been gone for 3 days and they're already sick.
I know they're pussies.
No, it's not,
aspirin.
dude.
I was there
Nobody's
for
sick
the.
except for Smeggy.
I never got sick once. Either year.
And I'm not
Bob's been
sick.
in cosplay this summer.
All right, you guys just say whatever you want. Whatever. I'm not sick. I get migraines about once a month. It just always seems to happen when I'm at NRA or SHOT or any of those types of events that kicks it off even worse because of other mitigating factors.
Did you guys go to the dam? Did you go to the dam?
We did. We saw that dam.
That's probably what triggered them.
There-
Such a big hole.
Yep. Yeah, the dam was neat.
All right, then we got some stuff here. I believe this is from Cycle Camp, the CCCDL or the CCDL, excuse me. Free legislative workshop in February 3rd, and then their annual dinner on the 10th. We got Baltimore Antique Gun Show in March, and I'm going way ahead here, but yeah. Big Sandy Shoot 2018. That's coming up in March, and the St. Louis International Cartridge Show, March 28th, and Wanamaker, there we on April 7th. Be exact, Smegs.
April 7th.
Yeah, oh, my mistake. April. That's the events for now.
Yeah, so I would just want to put that out there that we've kind of collected some of these, but it's a group effort. So if you know of an event, I'd like to say as big or as small, doesn't matter, get that onto the Gun Channel's calendar. That I know I've had the example before where I added just a local gun show. And that's when I found out a couple guys on Gun Channels were in Michigan, and we ended up going to it and meeting up. So sometimes even just, a small event, like just put it on the calendar so everyone else can see, and maybe you can judge interest and decide what you want to do.
Good point.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. We're a bigger community than most people realize. I mean, there's so many people that just watch and don't participate. So, they may still, when they see, oh, wow, that's my hometown. I didn't realize one of these stars lived in my hometown, and I could get to meet him. So, hey, we're out there, guys. Believe me.
Well, that is what happens to me every time I say I'm going somewhere. Like, my thousands and thousands of, fans always come out to meet me.
The legions.
I mean, I had to tell Coleon Noir to quit talking to me today, dude. I got stuff to do. You're just following me around and.
Can I take a picture? Do you mind
Hager, Hickok, and
Can I just
Every
follow you?
autograph.
Does that work?
That's why every time I go outside, I
I
wear
mean,
those little hospital masks.
Oh yeah, so they can't tell who you are. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I just look for the dude in the hospital mask. I follow them around. I got trapped in the hospital for 3 months one time. Thought I was hanging out with Jimmy the whole time.
There you go, man.
Like Jimmy really takes this far. He does not like to be hounded by people. He spends all his time in the hospital.
It's amazing how his hair goes from like short to long, and he gets like taller and shorter and skinnier and fatter. I mean, it's amazing. He walks in one door and he comes out the other one, looks completely different. But I mean, he's got the mask on. It must be him.
I'm like Oprah.
He's stealthy.
I
Oh,
didn't
what?
see Oprah out there today.
Yeah, Oprah's that shot. I could believe it.
I didn't see her.
Oh, she should be. I
Oftentimes,
think she's going to get there when it starts.
Oftentimes, Lou Ferrigno is there.
Well, I've met Luke Ferrigno.
Yeah, I heard
like,
Oprah was going to
seriously,
be there, but then she went down to like the machine gun area, and then she went too far, and she ended up. She was on the other side of the hill, and she didn't know where everyone was. She got lost.
Well, I'm off of Oprah now. Now I'm curious if the Hulk actually goes there. If this is a joke.
No, actually, he does car shows. He does everything. Lou Ferrigno is like, I saw him like 30 years ago. Met him at a car show, and he was an ass. So,
I can believe
that has
that.
nothing to do with anything because he just walks around at these shows. He's not working or nothing. He just goes.
Yeah.
He's just walking around like a regular person doing his thing. Imagine
Very
he just
cool.
says the Hulk, and they're like, "Of course you can come in."
Yeah.
I'm coming in as the Hulk.
he
Hulk
was
smash.
Yeah, he was the real Hulk. He
No,
was.
that was before all that Hulk smash garbage. This was not
Yeah.
regular Hulk, just rage. Pure rage.
Yes. Yeah, he didn't have time to talk. He was too angry.
No.
No, he really was the best Hulk. I liked him because he actually looked like Hulk, even though he was a human.
All right. Before Bob starts talking about Lou Ferrigno's body armor, we move on.
Well, why don't we just wrap it up? We're pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, did you?
Why don't you look at your
did you-
poster? Let us be.
Yeah.
Fine. All
Did you
right.
end up finding that history, G?
Oh, the one was that we talked about it before. It was our 13th birthday the other day, and the other is. I was looking through this day in history, but I didn't get very far because of Bob. Let's see. It sounds like today in 1913, the Young Turks revolt because they are angered by the concessions made at the London peace talks. I don't know what that is, but everybody says the Young Turks all the time.
That little fat guy and that skinny chick revolted against him.
I don't know what that means, but everybody says that word a lot. So
It's almost as if maybe they named themselves after that or something, huh, Bob?
Really? And that was like they went and killed. How many people did they kill? Those when the Young Turks
I
were.
don't have any idea what it
It
is.
doesn't matter, Bob.
1969.
What else happened?
Oh.
Page 1969. NASA unveils the moon landing craft.
Oh, nice. Made by Canadians, you know. Most of the Canadian designers.
The real one or the soundstage one?
A real one.
Real one.
Yeah. Soundstage one was done by the Hollywood people. Just in case.
Humphrey Bogart was born today.
Now, did he have anything to do with the fake moon landings or the flat Earth thing?
Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at the calendar. Why's that calendar acting weird? The calendar's acting weird. It's not.
Humphrey Bogart actually did a lot of really cool gun movies.
Why is my calendar screwed up? My calendar's screwed up and it won't tell me what's going on. But I think there was something happening today that I can't find now. I'm going to have to do to kill my calendar back. Restart my phone probably. So there's something that, well, I guess we'll talk about tomorrow because I can't find it today.
Well, then let's wrap this thing up. been enough. Smeggy came in and messed everything up, but that's okay, Smeggy. We understand you're kind of crippled because you're in Nevada and away from.
So anyway, we want to thank everybody who purchased stuff at the store last week to make it a little easier to be here. That is awesome, and everything didn't work out the way we had planned, but it is working out. So stay tuned for coverage each day. We'll still do the show in the evenings like this, and I almost had a video edited today, and we'll keep working on that. If it would have been so cold, I would have been able to get a little bit more editing done, I think, out there. But now Bob can take it away. But we wanted to just take a second to thank everybody for supporting the show.
All right. Well, we'll end this with our quote as usual.
Let me interrupt you real quick, Bob.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tomorrow, we will be having the early watch, and then there will be lobbies. Then starting for prime time, 6 Eastern, Outlaw Hatfield. Then we will be having Ghost Tactic, or that's at 6 Eastern, and Ghost Tactical at Tactical Tuesday at 8 Eastern. Hit or Miss 9 Eastern, and then Big Gunners coming on at 10 Eastern, and we will be wrapping up your night at midnight.
Since 8 Eastern is 5 p.m. Pacific, I doubt he's going to be doing his show at the same time Shot closes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot you guys are on Nevada time.
Yeah. And I don't know what Hit or Miss is doing.
It'll probably cruise at 9. I just don't know if I'll jump in on it because, like I said, that'd be 6 here. We'll probably be in the middle of figuring out dinner or whatever. But I don't know. There'll be shows. I think this week everyone just this is speaking out to anyone who actually hosts shows and stuff. Try and put your stuff on the main page of Gun Channels, like, hey, we're going live in an hour or whatever. And so if anyone who just wants to watch, keep looking at that and seeing, what's going on, or asking the lobby, is anyone live right now or whatever. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of stuff popping up at, times that are different than normal. Or, someone just impromptu starts one up or whatever, some live event thing going on. So,
like when they can't, when they're awake and they have time to do it, kind of thing.
Right, and they have good Wi-Fi signal or whatever. Like that's what's cool about the new media, is that if something happens and you want to do a show right away, you can just do it. You don't have to wait for the TV time to change.
And like you say, as long as people are posting it on a place like Gun Channels or somewhere worthwhile, then no matter when that thing happens, you don't have to worry about missing it live, because you'll be able to watch it or find out that it happened at least. Decide if you're going to watch it whenever. So watch the main channel at Gun Channels there, the main feed you're talking about, and you can go through and say, oh, okay, because I think Clover and Ghost both went live yesterday. I didn't know about either one of them because they didn't post it on Gun Channels.
So anyways, I think now that's all we got. Go ahead, Bob, take it away.
All right. So let's finish this up. Like I said, this quote is going to be by any racer or truck driver. But before that, I just want to thank everybody and remind you, please like, share, subscribe, thumb us up. I mean, we only got 17 thumbs up on YouTube. Really? 30 people watching, 17 thumbs up? Wow.
It's like we're doing a show for thieves.
Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, just for people just stealing our reviews. Anyway, that's fine. If you can, support us on Patreon.
It's the same as people that go into like a drugstore or whatever, read a whole magazine, put it back on the newsstand, and walk away. That's what they just did to us.
Yeah, I guess. Well, now we're up to 19, but still, it's like, what, 2/3? Come on. How are you going to run like that? Can't just, you get 2/3 of the gas you need, you're not going to run.
That's like a third of the people coming in and spitting on the floor and walking out.
Oh, like they're spitting on the flag. They're spitting on American tradition of.
I don't know about all that. No, it's just only a thumb. It ain't that bad.
Well, it's like it's the leave a penny, take a penny tray, and they're just taking pennies. They're not leaving any pennies.
Well, they're not taking any pennies because they're not stealing from us, I guess. Technically, we can't take them to court for this.
Well, now we're at 20.
Where take a penny, leave a penny bucket, and they like all these other people leaving pennies, and they just knock it on the floor and walk out. They look at us, knock it on the floor, and walk out.
I guess. I just say. Well, anyway, we'll leave this depressing part.
Like if this show was a little old lady with a walker trying to cross the street,
thumb begging. All right, we could go on and on about,
these people are walking up and pushing the little old lady down to the traffic.
I would put a tinfoil hat on and turn my camera on to get, to make this show profitable. But yeah, it ain't gonna happen. So let's just end it with our quote. And this one I like because it's kind of just a quote from anybody, or like I say, from any racer or truck driver. And it's quite true.
The speed racer.
Keep the shiny side up. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching and listening to this babble. And we will catch you all tomorrow.
Guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching gunwebsites.com.
5 things from dearwebsites.com.